Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and today's January 21st, 2021, 1/21/21, and I am going to read on the Capitol riots of January 6th. My question is, many of you had questions, so I'm going to try to combine the whole thing with one big question, and I have the little, the Lenormand deck here. I shuffled to use it after, but I want to know, were the Capitol riots an inside job? There was a gal on, I think her name was Mickey Cheryl or Mickey something, who had she had an interview on Rachel Maddow, and I believe it was January 13th, I think. So if you guys want to look that up on like YouTube's MSNBC channel, I'm sure you'll find that clip. So let's see. So I'm going to have to reel backwards in time prior to January 6th. So let's look at what was going on prior to the Capitol riots. Yeah, okay. Let me draw the cards and then I'll get it all in frame and then talk about it. Okay, and then the challenges to those who I believe were planning, you know, whether or not it was an inside job. Let's see what the challenges were. Yeah, okay. And then what actually happened in the past? I want two cards for the past. What actually did happen? Yeah, okay. Oh, goodness. All right, so this card up here at the top is going to be the karma that's coming down on them. The people who let them in. And then two cards for their future. These insurrectionists, I suppose, or the people that colluded with them. Their future. Okay. Okay, so we have the, well, let's just get it going here. I'll talk about the cards as I go rather than naming them all right now. There we go. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles as the, you know, like the primary situation, the forces that were in motion prior to January 6th. So we're talking money. People got paid. People were bribed. Some big money donors got to them, got to, you know, all these people. So, you know, there's a list of them, and I'm going to do karmic readings on Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz, Kevin McCarthy, Devin Nunes. I'm going to go down the line. I have a list of, I think, close to 100 people, if not more, who have colluded with Donald John Trump in the past. And I'm going to look at their karma and do like full-on karmic, like past lifetime, this lifetime, what are they destined to experience in their future, blah, blah, blah. So bear with me, and especially with, I mean, go ahead and ask your questions if you want, but I may or may not get to them individually because I think they will be answered when I start doing those karma readings. And I'll be on that very soon. Okay, so, oh, and with that in mind, Debbie at Freebird Spirit, go to her channel. She did a reading on, what's her name, Bomert, that gal. And she may have done readings on other people too. And Scott Allen does a lot of readings on different people with his live stream, which I'll be on this next Sunday. I'll be on with them. So you can send all your questions there too, all the little questions, and you'll get, you know, at least 3 of us answering the same question. So you'll get a lot of different perspectives, or maybe we'll all get the exact same thing. Okay, so big money donors like, I don't know, Rebecca Mercer, all these like super PACs, places where money can be hidden. And but these are the like controlling forces, and this is money. Their challenge was, hopefully no one dies, but their challenge was also, because I don't normally read the death card unless the Ten of Swords is with it, and look what we have right here. And I don't normally read the death card as an actual death unless there's the Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Four of Swords, or this guy reversed, the Page of Swords reversed. And we have all of that, and we have disappointment here. But their challenge was to get what they wanted without anybody dying. That didn't happen. Was it 5 people that died? 4 or 5 people? And someone had a question about a guy that, so the guy that was the hero, Eugene Goodman, I thought somebody had a question about him committing suicide, but he didn't. He got an honor. He got, maybe I have him mixed up with someone else. There might have been another one of the Capitol Police who committed suicide after, but we have to remember a lot of them are, they're war veterans, and they have tremendous, PTSD. So suicide is part of that package. It's very, very, it's so sad. I wish it, I long for the day on Earth that we have no such thing as war. I really do. But the challenge here within the Capitol riots was that, so I do believe, yes, it was an inside job, and we can see why. And the death card brings in, the challenge, and this definitely is a challenge of people dying, because we do have the Ten of Swords here. These are people, somebody being stabbed in the back. And people did have swords. People did have guns. People did have weapons. One of the Capitol officers even got beaten up with oh my God, it's so hard to even think of it, but a fire extinguisher. I mean, it's like, So anyway, these 2 cards up here are what they actually did in the past. So these are, the insiders who let these people in. So this might be, that guy, I forget his name, but one of the congressmen from Oregon, one of the Republican congressmen from Oregon, who opened the door and let a bunch of guys in. He just walked out, like opened the door. You can see the video. He walked out, and but let other guys come in who were banging on that door, So you look at the video and go, is he just leaving? Or was he leaving on purpose to open the door to let the people in? I would say yes. He was opening the door to let these people in. And I would say also, with this combination we have going on here, these 4 cards are primarily about the past. This is the karma hanging over them, and this is the future. But these 4 cards right here, yes, they were paid. They had ulterior motives. Their challenge was that no one would die, but somebody did die. This is a major failure. And it's also their like inaction. I mean, you can see that, this guy's down. There's no way the guy can move. But that's what these guys did. They did not step up to the plate and protect the Capitol. Whoever, was in on this, all these people. So we're talking, well, we had the, the instigators, the insiders, and there are many guilty people without naming them all right now, but it's all, I think that the truth will all come out. I mean, literally, this is death. This man's dead. This can be a bit of like this combo here, especially can be a bit of being a martyr. But in combo with this here, Lordy, reversed. This is well, on one level, it's exposure. On one level, because it's an imposter, it's a fake person, it's a decoy, it's it is literally an inside job. Yes, it can also be somebody who's very mentally ill, but they will be exposed. I mean, because straight up, when we're looking at government positions, this is an immature young government professional. New, upcoming in the law. But it can also be immature, as in there could be an older guy who's never emotionally developed. This could be like Donald Trump if he had half a brain, but he didn't. So we can't even give him this much credit. It's like my friend Lisette says, evil is stupid. And this is definitely stupid here. And that's what happened in the past. I mean, this is the imposter. This is also a spy card. Upright or reversed, it can be a spy card. It can also be police officers, law enforcement. So this could be some of the Capitol Police who were in on it. These are lawmakers, government position people, you know what I mean? These are GOP people who aligned with Donald John Trump. And there were 197 of them that voted against, who actually, colluded, who went into sedition. They sided with Donald John Trump. So this could be any one of those 197 of them, which is why I can't do a reading on each, person. But the truth will come out. This definitely, it will be exposed. But this is somebody very cunning. It's the same as like the fox card in the Lenormand. So when I get to that portion of the reading, that's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes through. But, okay, so let's go, well, let me see. Is there anything else here before I move to here? I feel like these four just really go together. Yeah, this, I feel like because the swords are very mental, these are like mind games. So this is the collusion with the dark money forces and the conspiracy, all the conspiratory, whatever, I don't want to say their names, but, or say the name of the group that starts with one of the letters of the alphabet that's in between, what is it, P and R? Something like that. And then Anon, you know who I'm talking about. If I say their name, my monetization on my channel goes down, so I'm not going to say their name. But anyway, it looks kind of like this and then like that. Catch my drift. So yeah, so that's it. It's definitely an inside job, for sure, man. These guys, I swear. I mean, they will have legal issues, though. They will be exposed. And they're going to have, it's all going to come down on them. And this is especially true because this is their karma. So here's the Five of Cups, straight up or down, is, it's usually a big disappointment and some type of a grief, some type of a grieving situation. But what's coming down on them is some type of healing for their soul. So whatever it is that they need to experience in order to become whole, which means they have to be exposed. They have to learn that we're, in the USA, we're a democratic society, and they have violated the Constitution, so they will be exposed. That's the only way that they can get their healing is that they have to go through some grief themselves. Let me see if there's anything else. I mean, no matter what, straight up or reverse, it's still loss, it's still sorrow, it's still, like losing friends, losing, your marriage even. It can be regret. But we'll see. I'll use the Lenormand to get more. We'll see with that. But so their future with the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on with all their might. They're trying to they're trying to hold on to their money. This is the card of greed and materialism, and most of all like protecting themselves. So that's what's coming down on them in the future. And then with the Magician reversed, well, this has to do with, I mean, I don't see like lawsuits there, but maybe what this means in the future is that they're not voted back in anymore if they try to run again. I'm not sure. I'll look with the Lenormand and maybe even the Kipper as far as like lawsuits go. But holding them accountable is the question. Because, when this guy's reversed, it's about lies and deceit and manipulation and being like very, very, very wasteful with your resources. I mean, literally, this is Donald John Trump's card because he's the oops, I realize there's a glare. Let me put the chopstick under it. Yeah. Let's get the other one. When the Magician's reversed, it's, it's the pathological liar. But it's also, like just a real weakness in the mind, a mind that doesn't work well. It's also the card of, especially when you combine these two together, of conspiracies. The unbelievable arrogance of thinking that they know something, but it's all false, it's all lies. And then it's like literally ignorance in action, because what they do is they have their ignorant beliefs, and then they move forward with that. They move forward from a lie. So this guy reversed is like the charlatans. So it might be that they're they're fleeced again. They're fleeced by another. I mean, they did. Whoever these people are, they got fleeced by false, just a bunch of false information. I mean, they think the Democrats are pedophiles and cannibals. That's how stupid they are. That's how stupid they are. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Let's use the Lenormand and see. Let's see what we get with these cards here. Okay. And for this point, because it's already established with the tarot, we already know for sure that it was an inside job. So let me see the future. Let's do it. 2 rows to look at what's coming down on these guys. And it might not be all of them, but a good number of them. Let's look at their future. The ones who, were the people that oh my goodness. they'll let the rioters in, who gave them floor plans to the Capitol, who took them on tours. What's coming down for them? What's coming down the pike for the portion of, I don't know, the 197 of them who colluded with this darkness? Okay, that's interesting. Might need a few more. As far as legally, oops. Okay, I know there's a lot of information here, but you string the meanings of these cards together to create sentences and paragraphs, or maybe one paragraph, so bear with me. You don't read them like tarot, it's not one card that you just dive into. I mean, you can when you're learning the meanings, but that's not how the system works. Okay, so the theme we have here is, well, there's the democratic care for the Constitution, for the rules, the document of our Constitution, because we have home here. The strength of our homeland and the Constitution is what's key. That's what matters. Now, these two cards up here have to do with, the health. And the health is ending, and this is a painful ending. This is a painful ending. These two cards right here, if you read them as mirrors, this is very bad. This is a painful health condition. So a lot of these guys who did what they did, because it wasn't, yes, it was an inside job. Yes, it was. I think there's some mental illness with these people. And I think that's probably what will get them in the end. This card has to do with looking more deeply into a situation, but it can also be, like resources. Well, their resources are very small and limited. I need something more to go with this. This bridge card is like a card that bridges the other cards together, so it's like a bridge to what? Well, wait, hold on. Let me do this first. So the health of these people moving forward is ending, and their position as being a branch in the government will end. These are branches. This is like the life, the tree of life, which is our government. And it's ending for them. They're going to have to be gone. They're the crossroads that they'll meet, the crossroads. Could cause them some major problems here. Even though they're going to try to cover it up. They're going to try to mask the situation, and they're going to try to just blame it on, they're going to scapegoat and gaslight the what out of, that organization with the, right? And the other, the PBs and the other ones. Anybody they can gaslight, they will. So I need to ask more about this. But we can say yes, for sure, the Constitution, the care for our Constitution and the strength of our Constitution for our homeland will stand up against you know, this painful, painful, painful situation. Okay, I just heard 4 more cards to find out what will happen. And because I'm not honing in on one specific person yet, we're just going to say what will happen after the investigation into these people. Because I believe there is an investigation underway already. Well, so there will be a lot of communication about it, a lot of wisdom to dive into to try and get to the facts. And then there will be a big obstacle to their, you know, the opportunities that they have in the future. So combined with these cards up here, I think that there will be many of them that lose their positions. Yeah. Let's see if I can get confirmation on that with the Kipper. And sorry, I didn't shuffle this. I can do it quickly though. Will there be? My question is, will there be legal consequences? If so, what type? On those who are found guilty of this insurrection onto the Capitol, or the riots. Those who are found guilty, what will be their legal outcome? Yes. Whoa. Wow. Okay, so now this is interesting. This brings in that whole element of Donald John Trump. See, because that's the thing is, they're already saying, oh, you know, they were following his orders because he did incite the call to action. Because this is the interior of the actual Capitol building. So it's going to bring in, so let go of the word marriage here and just look at it as being a connection. So these people who are found, who are being investigated, they're going to be found as colluding with outside forces, and they will be hauled to court. And there will be, you know, some looking into all of these. All of there were 170,000 tips that the FBI received. So there will be a lot of looking into that, and people who gave those tips, that'll all come up in court someday. And what's coming down on them is great despair. Now, this could be Rebecca Mercer and her... Is her father still alive? I don't know. These are 2 really wealthy people, and I think that they're going to be found to have had some place in it. But these people, I think, who, you know, these Congress people, you know, these GOP representatives who let them in and who gave them information into the as to the floor plans, you know, and even they had ripped out Representative Presley's panic buttons, or you know, protection. Like I guess a lot of them, or maybe all of them, have buttons inside of their in their offices in order to, you know, call for help, and they were ripped out. There were many of them that were ripped out. so that they weren't even available to them. Like help wasn't available to them on the 6th. But we have someone younger here and older and older. We have, and it's, you know, these are the flanking, like here's the cause of the whole thing. We have a lot of money that was spent and then people receiving it and colluding with them. And this could go right back to Donald John Trump. And people that were paid to do this little bit of work for them. You know, because he was trying to do everything he possibly could in order to stay in position. Wow. Okay, so I guess the best I can say here is that there will be court cases and there will be great despair, but not just for them, also for people who paid. Because remember in the tarot we had, let me see if remember in the tarot, this was at the bottom. This was the forces that are that were in motion. Somebody paid. Somebody paid. Received, and these three. Paid, paid, and paid. This is somebody younger and then 2 older people that paid. Well, this one doesn't have to be too old. This one's older. These 2 can be younger. So that's really interesting here. And then we have the interior, maybe, of the White House itself with Donald John Trump. But then again, this is also a card of present time. So maybe this is telling us that it'll happen pretty soon. There'll be some court cases pretty soon because we're all expecting to get some justice. Yeah, I bet these guys are sweating bullets. Good. They need to be. Right? Aren't we at this time right now in history where we get to finally sleep well and a lot of other people who don't deserve to, now they get to have the insomnia. Actually, I've been sleeping really good for years. I don't have that problem usually. Every once in a while, but hardly ever. But we've all been under PTSD, or as my friend Debbie with Freebird Spirits channel. Everybody, please subscribe to her. She is an awesome channel, and she is an awesome channel herself. She channels spirit very beautifully. She called it PTTD, post-traumatic Trump disorder. I think something like that. I shouldn't laugh because it's true, and we are all going to need quite some time to heal. So, okay, well, that's it for this reading. Thank you so much for listening, and take good care, okay? Bye, you guys.